Well, guys, so how's she going this evening? So it's a little after, well, 6:35, I guess. Another full sunny day again. We yeah, went shopping, did a couple things around the yard, and came back, and I was thinking more about the CB for the 1586. I was wondering what was wrong with the SWRs. And if you guys remember, and I was talking in that video, if I ever even uploaded, I don't remember, but remember how I was talking about the SWRs were like in the red, like when you would key it, you would tune it, you would put it into the set area, and then when you would actually see your reflective power or whatever, it wouldn't really move much, right? Well, come to find out, it was like the easiest fix in the freaking world. I'm not sure how the hell it ever happened, but it did. The set screws come loose, or one of them did, at least anyway. So what ended up happening is the antenna was just loose. Like, it was, the whip was loose in its mount. My name rubbed off. So here I was thinking it was probably thinking maybe the antenna head went bad or something, right? So well, not at all. That wasn't even close to what the problem was. She was just a loose set screw or two. I thought maybe the antenna was bad, so I brought Big Red's antenna because I have never used it yet, so I knew it would probably still be all right, even though it's been sitting for a couple of years. But yeah, it was a semi. Sure enough, I decided, well, I'm going to take the antenna down, inspect it, maybe see if there's some like damage or something, I don't know. And then when I went to grab it, I'm not sure how the hell I did it, but I guess somehow I pulled on the whip, and the whip came right out of its little thing that it sits in, so it was loose. Yeah, my name rubbed off. I have to fix that. I didn't even bring a marker for that today, so guess I have to put one in the Blazer. I got extra ones anyway for permanent markers, but so that was my problem. Because I was, you know, pretty positive that it was the antenna. Like, something was wrong with it, because there's no way that it works fine for a year or two and then sits all winter, you know, does nothing, and then all of a sudden SWRs are way off. So I did try to tune it again, because obviously channel 40 is, or at the time it was all right at first, but then I was like, well, maybe I could try to get it a little bit better, you know. So I started kind of messing with the antenna a little bit. It's like, well, maybe if I do this, and maybe if I lift it up, that's a branch down in it. Yeah, what I did is I picked it up, you know, just a tiny little bit, because they said it doesn't take much. Oh yeah, we got a tree branch down here in the field. So I ended up it actually ended up making the SWRs a little bit worse. Like, it didn't really make too much of a difference, but it was enough that I could tell. It's like, okay, well, that's not going to work. So I put it put it back to where it was originally, and it's all under a 1.5. I think it's like a 1.3 or something like that. So it's within reason. Like, this is a wet spot. Too bad, I guess, but it was, yeah. So I just ended up, you know, like I said, setting it back to where it was originally, and it's actually set all the way down. I don't know if maybe if I cut a little bit more off the antenna, if that would lower it even more. But you gotta remember, I'm not getting the best ground in the world. I'm getting a pretty good ground, but it's definitely not the same as if you were just to put a magnet mount on top of the roof. So it's looking like I don't have to buy a CB antenna this year for it. I think we can limp this one along. And plus, you know what? If that one did crap out, well, I got Big Red's antenna, because Big Red shares the exact same antenna. So if that one craps out, I'll just throw out Big Red's antenna, and that'll get me by for another couple of years. And then we'll buy something else, I guess. But man, boy, was I laughing underneath. I was like, first I was all pissed off, you know, and I was like, man, I can just not freaking win. You know, it's just like, it's one breakdown after another, and they're all minor problems. Sure as shit, this one was a real minor problem. Now, you guys are going to ask, well, how do set screws become loose? Good question. I don't know either. I've never had one come loose. I've always had good luck with them staying in place. The problem is that these are Procom antennas. You can find them on, like, well, I get all my antennas and stuff from Right Channel Radios, but those are like the cheapest antennas that you can buy on the planet. I like them, but they're not reliable. You know, like, they're not super reliable. Like, you can use them. There's another tree down there, it looks like. I mean, I think you could use them, but you're only going to probably get a couple of years out of them. But whatever. So, I've been in here in maybe a couple of weeks. I don't know, probably more than that. But, ooh, that's a little soft yet. We're down here in the junk pile and just scoping shit out, but and vlogging with you guys or talking. I don't think I'm talking to myself until you guys watch my videos. Then I'm talking to you guys. Right now I'm talking to myself. But yeah, it was the funniest thing ever. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. That's the problem? Okay, I'll take it. So that was my problem. That's why the SWRs were way out of whack on the 15. Because one of the set screws done did come loose. I mean, that's, I don't know, what is dumb luck, I guess? I don't know. I've never seen such hilarious problems, but I guess I'll take them over serious problems. Because if you have serious problems, well, then it costs me more. That'll cost me more money then. So, but can't say I've ever had such a stupid thing in life. But I'm not gonna complain though, because like I said, I've had worse. And then I had a thing pop up in my mind, and I was like, hey, you got another antenna just like that, and it's like 2 years old now and you never used it. So I figured, well, if that one is truly damaged, then I'll just swap them around and I'll just throw that old one. I think Big Red's original antenna is still in the junk pile there somewhere. The very first Procom I ever bought, it's down there somewhere because it was garbage. Something happened to it internally, and then it was no good anymore. No matter what I did, I couldn't get the SWRs down anymore. So I was like, well, it's got to be the antenna then. But sure as shit, that was the problem. It actually is kind of, yeah. So I brought all these tools. I didn't know exactly what I needed. Oh, there's some ducks down in there. Brought Big Red's antenna. I didn't mean to scare all these ducks that were down here, but this will be a future video, I guess. But there goes a duck. I just wanted to see what the water was like in here. I don't know. It was bone dry. There's a pond in here, and this dries up after a while. But it needs to be. Personally, I think it needs to be dug deeper, but it's not going to do much good if you don't have a lot of rain and snow to fill it. But still a little bit of ice and snow and stuff at the bottom, but yeah. Good sized little pond. We have two of these. We have this one, and then we have a slightly smaller one in the yard. But we don't let the cattle drink out of it because it's too steep. There will be probably another video coming eventually here. I haven't even made it yet, but walking these woods. I don't know how much of that I'm going to be able to walk, obviously, because it's really thick down in here. But I don't know. We'll think of something, I guess. But right now, I'm just trying to get everything's done. Made part one for you, and that's already up. So, but yeah. So that was it. That was my whole effing problem. Just a loose set screw. So yeah, I guess when those things come loose, you don't get a proper connection. I guess those set screws have something to do with making sure you got a good connection, I guess. So I thought they were just there more or less to keep them in place when you're, moving down the highway or whatever, so the wind couldn't pull them out or whatever, right? So, but I guess they serve two purposes then. One, they hold it in place, and two, they actually complete the connection. So, but that's pretty much it. That's all I was going to do today, was work on that antenna. I figured I'd have to swap it out, put my other one up there, but I guess I didn't have to do that either. So no complaining. But now the question is, how long will it last? Because I was gonna test it again, see if that maybe improves the range a little bit out of it. But I don't know, mother disappeared. She wouldn't even answer my texts until like a few minutes later. I was like, well, too late now, woman, because I already disconnected the battery. I already took it out, and yeah. And I don't have a small compact battery, so I got to use one of my big tractor batteries. I know you guys are going to be like, well, why are you even bothering to make sure that radio's working? Well, I still plan on using the tractor. It's just going to be if we can get the hydraulic oil fixed, or the leak fixed. Because regardless, even if it's got that dual on it, we can still use it with the dual. I don't know how long, that dual's gonna last, but I just don't have much of a choice. So kind of the plans were, if I could, I'll hook it right back up to the John Deere cultivator and we'll work the trail with it. Because you really only have to do that once a month. And then yeah, and then we can move bales with it. I mean, that's really all I'm going to. I mean, if we have to, I don't know if we're going to rake much hay with it, if we'll even rake hay at all. I told the young guy we're probably going to have to use one of his tractors. If he's going to, I mean, he didn't sound too excited about that, but like I said, I don't know how long that duel is going to last. So, and I kind of want that duel to last me throughout the rest of the summer. Because I hate to have to change my freaking plans when my things are just simple as ever. You know, cultivate a trail once a month, and we'll move bales with it when the time comes to start loading bales. Because you can't really expect the 400 to freaking do it. So, I mean, it can, but it's a lot of work for that 400. So, I'd rather use my own damn tractor. So, but I don't know if we'll even get a tire for it this year or not, or this fall. There's just too much going on, and I haven't even prepared for summer really. So, and I did get the snowblower off, and now I got to work on the mower deck, which will probably happen here in the next week or two. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not really in a hurry for it because, one, it's still kind of early, and two, there's not much for grass starting to grow. There's a tiny bit of grass growing, but it's all mostly just in my front yard, which is typical. That always grows there first. But other than that, I don't know, right? But I still want to be able to use the 15 this year. So, brain dead there for a minute. I forgot what we were talking about, but yeah, I don't know. We need to be able to use the tractor, and just kind of move on with it, I guess. So, I haven't really decided too much yet on what we're going to do for hydraulic oil. I know I could go. The guy where I buy my diesel fuel from, you know, he sells hydraulic oil, which is fine and dandy, but you know, it's $86 a freaking pail. The young guy says he buys hydraulic oil from another company, and they only want $40 a pail, but that's because they said their oil is designed for older tractors. So, and he says that stuff's way cheaper, and he says that's good for tractors that have a lot of leaks and stuff going on, and obviously the 15's got a lot of leaks going on, but the main one is that rear end there. So, and I think I seen a picture online on a Facebook group there that I follow. They deal with 86 series tractors and a few other ones, but it's mostly for 86 series, but they managed to post other stuff in there too. But there's a guy they're saying too that he was going to fix one of those, and he had it all out and everything, but I guess he was missing a tool or something, so he didn't know how exactly it was going to come out. But I don't know, it's just kind of weird. But that looked like the same problem I was dealing with, given the pictures and what the young guy told me. So, but yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. But the 15 is going to have to be able to run a little bit this year, but I don't know if I'm going to feel like going in, because I would have to drive probably about an hour south, not quite an hour, but a little bit, to go get hydraulic oil. And I would have to do the math, see how much it would cost. You know, he said $40 a pail, but that could change, and you'd have to figure out, do the math, you know, and see how many 5-gallon pails you can get, because, you know, that's roughly 25 gallons to fill that stupid son of a bitch. So you would need at least 25 gallons. But given that my tractor leaks so damn much, I don't know. it'd be worth it. But I don't know if I just want to do it. So, because it's too far to go from home, and I could just get it here, but it's $86 a bale. So, win some, you lose some, right? So, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. We fixed the 15's radio, so he's ready to go now. That was probably the easiest repair I've ever had to do. And I guess they're supposed to bury somebody here in the cemetery in the next day or two. So actually, I think there's a couple of people I think they got to bury here. A couple of old timers. One used to live right here in town, and the other one I think lived on the North Dakota side. So, but yeah. So yeah, I guess that's not really it. But yeah, Rooster 6, I know you were saying something about that you guys ran CBs for a while back in the day, and you guys never tested your SWRs. Well, that's kind of, I guess depending on how much you're going to talk on them, it probably wouldn't hurt it, but honestly, if you want best performance and you don't want to burn up your radio, you need to tune your antenna to your radio. You just need a simple SWR meter that's designed for CB band, you know, CB frequencies. So after that, it would be pretty good. So yeah, definitely don't recommend running your CBs without being tuned. Sometimes you can get lucky, like those striker antennas, like the ones I run on top of here. A lot of people have been saying that they've been buying them and they put them up on their vehicle, and they don't have to tune them. They come already perfect right out of the box. I just happen to get lucky, I guess. A lot of them get lucky, and I think I got pretty lucky too. I didn't really have to do anything to mine. I think I tried to tweak it a little bit, but it never really changed anything, so I just kind of left it where it was, and then that's when I stripped out that one screw. So whatever. It's all under 1.5, that's all that matters. As long as you're under that, you should be safe. You won't get the full effective range out of your CB, but it's better than nothing. So, but anyways, guys, I'm home now. I just wanted to give you guys an update that easiest repair in my life completed. 1586's radio officially ready to go. Unless she does it again. I figured it probably did that, you know, from sitting all winter, and then the wind beating the piss out of it all winter too. It just rocks it back and forth constantly. So yeah, should probably check those set screws every few months or something. I don't know. So, but yeah. So anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. Just want to give you guys an update to what's going on. I don't know if I said about it in the video or not, but my grandma ended up in the hospital back in on the 3rd. She had an irregular heartbeat again, but they managed to get her on a different pill, so they think that's going to help. But she was in there for a few days. She just got out, I think yesterday it was. So that's why she was feeling like such shit there for a while, because her heartbeat was irregular and she didn't really know it. So she just couldn't take it anymore, decided to go in, and they tested her and said, yep, it's way over. It's pretty bad. So they, I'm guessing they put her on a different pill. They might have put her on a stronger pill. I don't know, but she was taking heart pills, but I don't think these were doing anything, because then you wouldn't be having this problem. So, but she's feeling better now, though. She talked quite a bit today on the phone, saying that it's time to get out and start doing shit again. She's talking about planting in some grow bags and whatnot. So, because we don't full-on garden anymore, because one, it's too much, and two, we don't have a tiller anymore, so we can't control the weeds like we used to. So at least in grow bags we can control that real easy, and we don't grow that much now anyway. So, but yeah, anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. Just want to let you guys know what's going on, and got the radio fixed. So one less problem. Now I just gotta wait until I can get Mother involved again, and maybe we can do a mobile to mobile test. See what the true range is out of them two, but for now we'll just deal with it. So, alright guys, I'm gonna take off, so I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.